Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Wednesday, 6th of April, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, local cricket leagues to resume this weekend. And in our feature for this evening, Jonicia and Taisha star in CSS Girls Cross Country event. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
Coming in hot, hot, hot.
Yes, look at this. We are watching NTV. Stay tuned.
Coming in red hot, hot, hot.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. The local leagues are set to recommence this coming weekend. According to a release from the Nevis Cricket Association, the 35 and 40 overs competitions will commence this weekend for first and second division teams. Matches slated for this weekend are as follows. Saturday the 9th of April, Highlights 1 versus Empire starting at noon at the E.T. Willett Park. The umpires are Tuckett and Smithon. New Vision will take on Eastern starting at noon at the Viogen grounds. The umpires are Munzak and Parry. On Sunday the 10th of April, Pioneers comes up against Brownhill starting at noon at the E.T. Willett Park. The umpires Somersall and Powell. Jets will take on Highlights 2 at Viogen starting at noon. The umpires are Wallace and David. Further afield, Cricket West Indies and the Pakistan Cricket Board yesterday announced that the West Indies will play 3 one-day internationals at Rawalpindi in June 2022. The matches will be played at the Pindi Cricket Stadium. The West Indies will arrive on June 5th for the 3 matches that will be played June 8th, June 10th, and June 12th. The one-dayers were part of the West Indies tour of Pakistan in December 2021. These were rescheduled after COVID-19 cases were reported in the West Indies camp. The West Indies have also agreed to play 3 T20s in early 2023, schedule of which will be announced in due course. The full match schedule, June the 8th, first one-day match, June the 10th, the second, and June the 12th, the third and final one-day match. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
My wife and I have been in the Caribbean, living, working, traveling for the better part of 40 years. 9 years ago, we ended up on Nevis, and we're very glad we did. Decided to move here permanently a few years ago. Beautiful beaches that are virtually empty, so the beach is like your own. The experiences as an investor was quite seamless, actually. It's the local people were a joy to deal with, very positive. That's one of the highlights of Nevis too. Just wonderful people to deal with. What's keeping us here is the way of life. One of the big reasons is because it still has a feeling of being somewhat undiscovered. It's quite an eye-opener that there's still something like this exists on this planet. The local produce, what they normally call ground provisions, are outstandingly good. Tomatoes in particular are wonderful. They still taste like a real tomato. We can source most of our produce for the restaurant locally. We've got a handful of farmers we deal with, and even the roadside people on the market have great product. We're developing our restaurant into a 12-month business as opposed to a 6-month business. The local people enjoy going out just as much as the tourists, so it's very rewarding to get local people coming to the restaurant in a good number and getting a nice balance. As I say, it's been gratifying and rewarding.
Well, I'm back, and tonight athletics is in the spotlight. On Friday, the 1st of April, the Charlestown Secondary School hosted its cross-country events. The senior girls and junior girls commenced the race together, even though the junior girls took a slightly shorter route overall. They commenced on the school's drive, went through Stony Grove, through Bath Village, and back to the school. Senior girls champion Jonicia Williams initially struggled as she complained of chest pains, but with the encouragement from her mom, well-known long-distance runner in Nevis, Vanessa Williams, she eventually crossed the finish line in first place. Meanwhile, Taisha Taylor took the honors for the junior girls. The top placements were senior girls, first Jonicia Williams, second Kalia Jones, third Marla Simpson, fourth Anira Wilkes, and fifth Tiffany Francis. For the junior girls, first Taisha Taylor, second Chanel Nisbet, third Ashanique Romney, 4th, Marika Kendall, and 5th, Kerniqua Boyles. We go now to the Charlestown Secondary School and we pick up some of the action. And the not too serious ones. And right away we are seeing an athlete leading away, breaking away from the back. And she comes around. And she is certainly leading the way for the moment. So there's another athlete now trying to pull away and get closer to the leader of the pack. And, lots of encouragers are here. So here to support, to look out for their special athletes. These 4 athletes at the top look especially strong, but 694 looks really strong. So 694 already establishing a slight lead for the moment. And as the route becomes more intense in terms of length, I guess we'll see who will continue to run and who will walk. But this athlete at the top, she looks especially strong. Looks especially strong for the moment. As she's carrying the number 694, and she's certainly pulling away. Keeps pulling away. That lead continues to increase. Slightly over her shoulder. She's calm and composed. So this is one of the senior girls. I'm not too sure how well the junior girls are doing at the moment, but we see those athlete looks almost like a junior. Somebody is looking for someone. Kelia is the lead. So 694. As we go towards the road leading to the hospital. Grove. So 694, we'll get a name. The others are trailing. The little red house athlete looks strong. There's another gold house athlete close to her. Somebody's going to do some run as well with her daughter, I believe. Yes, I think her daughter is in the race. She doesn't need any encouragement. She just loves running. She's doing this for the fun of it. So going up from the spectators on the balcony. She starts to get tired as she goes past the hospital. This is not a place you want to stop by the hospital. There are 2 places on this route that you wouldn't encourage any athlete to stop at. The hospital and by the Bath Cemetery. But you could see that she's really tired. I think that's her mommy. She's complaining of a pain in her chest. And she's starting to walk and she's complaining of a pain in her chest. And she has stopped by the hospital of all places. Now that's not good news. As the Red House athlete is closing the gap now, she's crying. She's actually crying. Mommy is telling her, trying to encourage her, but it seems as if it's a bit too much for her. But she has quite a distance to go. But this is real parenting to the extreme, I mean, to the max. Mommy has decided, I'm here with you, girl. I'm here with you. So don't cry, baby. I'm here with you. And Mommy, well, if you don't know, Mommy has established herself as the finest long-distance female runner on the island. She took over, I think, from Bernice Watley Blackett, that is. Bernice Watley Blackett, who was the established leader in terms of female long-distance running. And then this young lady came on the scene and Bernice bowed out gracefully. And this young lady took over. Now she has a daughter who is following in her stead. But maybe not with the same kind of endurance, because she's really having some issues. That she's okay for the moment. Really don't need the help, not at this time, as she continues to go past now the Bat Hotel. Genesia is the name. Genesia is the name. So Genesia is the name. Go ahead. And she comes down the hill. Genesia is doing really well. Genesia and her mom. And mommy still there, being able to wave. Go ahead. And
You're doing good. It's not bad.
make that turn now. As she comes. Go ahead. She made that turn pretty close to us. Mommy is also there. Mommy is very close there. And she's again crying out in pain. But I think mommy is trying to tell her, you don't have too far to go. You can do this. And we're still not seeing the other junior girls. The other junior girls, we haven't caught up with them as yet. Maybe they're way ahead by now. But this has been a fantastic run by Genesia. We'll make that run and walk. As she starts to walk up the incline, she's tired. Her legs are saying, her mind is saying one thing, her legs are saying another. Probably her legs saying, I'm not sure we can do this. But she has decided to walk up the hill. And I could understand the feeling. Sometimes when you're that tired, it seems as if you're pulling a back up. But she started to run again. And that's important. And what's even more important is that mommy is there. I think that's really the big point here. Mommy has opted to run the full route with her daughter. And I don't think if mommy wasn't there. Go ahead. Again. These are the senior girls. These are the champion. So apparently they have it all mixed up in terms of who is in front. But this is the real champion here. So Genesia heads down now. Again we see the Red Cross bus trying to make sure, I think, that she's okay. So mommy still right alongside. And you must commend mommy as well. If you were to give a medal, you'll give Genesia one and you'll give mommy another. She's as cool as a cucumber. Genesia is a little more flustered, but mommy could do this a second time. So Genesia slowing up. Mommy hasn't realized that she has slowed up. Mommy needs to slow down and wait for her. I think she just realized now that there's nobody alongside her, so she has slowed up a bit. And Genesia continues to come down as we approach where Jerry used to live, the famous Jerry. And then we're gonna make a right turn towards the school. We have another water station here, little one with the water, and so he's gonna offer the water. Let's see if it's accepted to the point that Genesia slows up and takes a sip, and she's telling mommy the number for her. So because the number is not on her back anymore, so mommy was able to call out the number. So Genesia and mommy and the Red Cross. We understand that the junior girls may be far ahead by now, so I don't think we'll be catching them up. The point is that the senior girls, this is the real star, Genesia. We might not catch the first junior girl in, but we'll catch some. But we definitely should catch the first senior girl in. And again, Janice, remember she cried out early when she got to the hospital. She seems to be talking to herself, like saying, I have to do this. Mommy's encouraging her. I hope that somebody will be there at the finish line to make sure that she doesn't fall down, because she's tired, really tired. And giving it to her with all the encouragement she's getting. We're going past now the Maud Smith Preschool in Bath. Maybe no school today because I'm not seeing the little youngsters coming out to encourage the athletes. So maybe school is out for today. I understand that school should be getting a break from today. So Janicia will know that once she has completed this race, she won't be attending classes for the next several weeks, and so she can relax. So heading down, we're gonna get past Blackett's place in a few. So we should be heading. So Janice Williams is the full name. Janice Williams. And she's gonna take this. We could hear the horns. We could hear the horns. There's Gavi going to look for her daughter. So we're going past Blackett's place now. Janice Williams, large and in charge. And she really had a tough time. Very early, as I said, seemed to be having some chest pains or something, or breathing issues. But with Mommy's help and encouragement, she has made it thus far. We hear the horns in the distance as Janicia continues. Run, Janicia. That's the encouragement. Getting some definite encouragement. 694 is the number. She doesn't have that number on her anymore, as we saw. Somebody has just realized that it's Janicia. She's going to get even more encouragement. Even more encouragement. You can hear this. You can hear this. You can hear the scream. She has a fan club. She has a fan club all for herself. Oh, she has an adoring fan club. They're screaming her name as she comes through now, heading towards Reliable Motors. Janicia Williams. And she's gonna do this all by herself in terms of the senior girls. Well, not quite all by herself. Must give Mommy some great credit. Mommy has done it well. So somebody's asking if Mommy is part of the competition. They're a bit surprised that Mommy has done it all the way. So, here goes. Janicia. It's a Reliable Motors area. Just about now. And Mommy is still alongside her. Hearing a bell. Just about to ring. It's a grand entrance. Janicia Williams will head up. Push it a little bit. Yeah. Here she comes. Janicia Williams. Up the school road. Here's Janicia. Making it nicely. Some really lovely strides. And Mommy has decided it's your day, girl. I'm not going to take away your moment. Anything from your moment. You will do it alone for the final meters. Janicia Williams. Large and in charge. It will soon be done. We hear the shouts at the far end. They're shouting her name as she comes up the school road. The applause starts. Janicia Williams, Charlestown Secondary School 2020 champions for the females. Now we hear the applause. What a finish. What a finish. I hope somebody's there to hold her. I hope somebody's there to hold her. To get the applause. And the horns. And the horns. Janicia Williams. Tremendous run. And she's standing tall. Still standing. As she has done a tremendous run. Now we hear somebody called Princess is coming in. So, being encouraged, Red House. Cool and calm, nice strides, finishes to applause. And this is Princess. Here's Princess. Making it in. And then we have some more. Getting some encouragement from maybe a brother. And lovely strides to finish. Lovely strides to finish. She hasn't reached the finish line as yet. She hasn't crossed it as yet. Okay, she goes to pass it now. More to come. More to come. Blue House chased by Gold House. And a bit of a creeper, but it's not going to work. She goes past the finish line, then Gold House. So some anxious parents here watching on, looking on, trying to make sure that their children are okay. We have more coming through. You can see that she's tired, but getting the encouragement, gets the applause. We're gonna have yet another placer. Little lean forward as she comes in. You see that she's all green. Nice cool finish. Well, we're gonna have another athlete come through. And heading up the road just about now. Totally cognizant of what's going on. She's pretty cool. Doesn't need anybody to help her to stand. Strong finish. Then we have very strong run. Again, another support team member. And here the horns go up for this athlete as she comes in, and she's going to cross the finish line just about now. So we have more coming through. Strong finish. Pretty strong finish. There's another athlete getting some encouragement down there. And then we have another Tyrone is with his sister. Tyrone making sure that his sister gets in. So Tyrone has done a fantastic job as the chaperone here. Now, he might not be the best basketballer or the best swimmer in the world, but he's certainly a good brother. We have another athlete coming through. Looks like young Virgo. And then we have another one who has stopped for the moment, being told to run. Somebody's creeping up. She says, okay, I'm gonna finish strongly. Nice finish. And then we have another. Here she comes. And then we have a cluster. Lots of them coming through. Here's a creep up. Here's a bit of a creep up. Green says no, I want it to. Here's a rush. Here's a rush. This is a nice rush, but she wants it more to 251. And she goes past. A real effort there. Green seems to be struggling somewhat. But she's gonna get past the finish line momentarily. And then we have 685, I think it is. And then we have 252. looking cool. Then we have another young athlete being encouraging, looking pretty smooth, and going past the finish line just about now. Now we're gonna have some more athletes coming through. We have a rush to see who is in front of who, or they're just gonna be good friends and run alongside each other all the way. And it seems as if that's gonna be staying together, friends for life. And here's the top coach. Top coach. Well, we have another athlete coming through. Looking cool. They should be having the senior boys starting in a few. As he goes in. Here he goes. Another junior. With the champion athlete, Ganesa, when you stopped by the hospital and you cried out, what was wrong?
My chest was hurting because the atmosphere is so cancer.
You
It was
must-
affecting my breathing.
You must say thanks to your mom though. She told you to continue.
So I'd like to thank my mom for encouraging me along the race because without her I would have stopped many more times. Yeah, so
But
big
it-
shout out to her.
But it was a good run in the end.
Yeah, it was a
Did you break the record? No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well,
Next year.
congratulations. Aye. Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.